Following on from the spiral loop beginning for bracelets, this is a quick demonstration for how to complete the loop to form an inverse beginning. This is the loop you would do if you wanted to make a traditional style friendship bracelet work to chevrons. Alternately, you could do a teardrop loop like this. To begin, you want to clip the top of your loop to the board and then separate your threads into two sections, one at either side. So I'm going to begin with the left section and I'm going to knot my threads in the colour order that I want. The order that you use will depend on the pattern you're making. So your first thread should be the colour that you want on the right hand side of your left hand section. So to begin, you want to work a backward knot over all your threads. And then you want to work a backward knot underneath your threads. And once you've done that, you want to drop that thread. And then you want to take your next colour. And you want to repeat the same steps. So you want to do a backward knot. And then work the same thing, but underneath the threads. You just want to keep repeating these steps until you've got only one thread left. So once you're down to one thread, you can take this section and put it out of the way, and you want to do a mirror image at the other side. So taking out the first thread, you want to work. This time you're going to work forward knots over the top of your other threads, and then a forward knot underneath. And then drop the thread and take the next colour in your sequence and repeat those steps. And keep doing this again with all your threads until you're down to one thread. So once you've completed your first part, you should have something that looks like this. So next you want to put your threads in the colour order that you want, and I'm going to start working to join the loop together from the centre. So I want to take the two threads that are in the centre, and because of the same colour you could knot in any direction. I'm just going to do a forward knot. And when you're doing your knotting sequences, at this point you are going to have to follow whichever pattern you're using, which may be different to mine. I'm just doing a regular chevron, so it means this section on the right is going to be backward knots and this section here is going to be forward knots. So once I've joined the loop together by knotting the centre threads, I'm going to work outwards from each side using one thread each time to form the chevron point. So from the next row, I'm going to take the thread in the centre and the one next to it, and then we're going to do a forward knot. And then two threads at this side, backward knot. And then taking the two in the centre, can knot these together in any direction you want, but I'm just going to do a forward knot. And next you want to pick up the next thread, so it'd be thread 3 over the second thread from the centre. I'm just going to knot this over each of the threads. And then the mirror at the other side using backward knots. And then knot the centre threads together. Next I want to take the fourth thread from the centre and do forward knots. And then the same at the other side. And then knot the centre threads together. And then I want to take the fifth and work in forward knots to the centre. And then the fifth at this side and backward knots. And then knot the centre threads together. I want to take the sixth thread and again just knot to the centre. And a mirror at the other side with thread 6 to the centre in backward knots. And knot together in the centre. And to complete, I want to take the outside thread and then just repeat what I've done for the rest of the rows. and a mirror at the other side. And knot together in the centre. So once you've knotted together all your threads, you can continue your pattern for your bracelet according to whatever bracelet you are making. And once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this.